Stuart, I have a question.
Yes.
It's Pat Fay. Um, would you please talk about serving higher energy?
Um, look, one has to have gratitude for their life. One has to have gratitude that after all these years, we've all survived ourselves. And that gratitude goes towards doing things that are beyond ourselves. You know, what can I do to serve a higher force in the universe? What made it possible for me to be living today? What made it possible for me to be doing deep spiritual practice today? How can I serve that energy? How can I invest time, this, that, other, in serving that higher force in the universe and serving it with gratitude, with love, with a deep appreciation for the miracle that's one's life? I mean, we're all, even people that are atheists and agnostics and don't believe in God and people that are terrorists. I mean, every single person alive is a manifestation of higher energy in the universe. The problem with people is that instead of serving that energy with an open heart, they get wrapped up in their ego, their anger, their need for revenge, this. So it blinds them to the real motivation behind why they were born. And once a person realizes this, you have no option but to serve that energy. That energy is the miracle of life all around us, everything that goes on in the world. And part of getting free of karma is truly learning how to serve that energy. Because to serve that energy, you have to give up something else. Mostly, you have to give up your own ego, your own sense of, you know, importance. That
Mm.
thing that that in your own brain puts you above other people instead of allowing you to have humility and gratitude to whatever anyone is teaching you about life, whoever they are. So it's just get always back to us, whether we're in our heads or in our hearts. If we're in our hearts and the heart is open and there's love and understand we serve a higher energy. We're thankful for the very existence we have, for the fact that we are born here to learn how to nurture the soul and help the soul arrive at a state of enlightenment. Now, this is a difficult thing to come to terms with. We all want comfort, security, we want, money, we want kind of a material good life. We all want things like that. And it's not saying we can't have it, because if you do get those kinds of things, you got to be grateful that they were put in your life by a higher force of energy in the universe. And then we have to learn how to be free of them and to not be trapped by all the Maya and all the illusion and all the things that are just transitional and transient and come and go and really, do nothing but keep us from getting to God if we allow them to be God. People worship money. People worship power. People worship their own divine physical beauty, that somehow You understand?
Mm.
Instead of understanding that these are just gifts, and in time, it's all transient. The only thing that's not transient is a connection with higher energy in the universe. And the deeper and way that we serve that energy, the more relevant it becomes to us finally freeing ourselves of karma. So it's all part of asking for help to learn how to serve a higher force of energy in the universe. How can I free of myself? How can one free themselves of their inner, chaos to serve that energy? I mean, the cosmos is full of people's laments, lamentations. When do people run to churches and synagogues? Every time there's a tragedy in life, everybody's on their knees praying. How many people just go there in their everyday living with gratitude in their heart for having the miracle of life? It's strange that people need trauma in order to remind them that they have to get on their knees and ask God for help instead of thank you for this bread, thank you for the cup of tea, thank you for the water, thank you for the clothing I'm wearing, thank you for all the simple things in life that everybody takes for granted. And being willing to go past oneself and serve what makes it possible to have a spiritual life. That's higher energy in the universe. Learning how to connect with that energy. Because once you connect with that energy, you have no choice but to really be humble. Because the power is so extraordinary. The power of creation is so extraordinary that it's simply awesome. That famous word that kids use today, awesome. Well, it's awesome. It's beyond all human comprehension.
Mm.
One has to have humility and be grateful that one can connect with an energy like that and allow it to pass through us and guide our lives. And if we don't learn how to serve and contribute and give and unconditionally, not with conditions, but unconditionally, we congest all the passageways. I mean, I saw my teacher do that, you know. I saw all the madness that went on in the world and in his life and people and his service to God was without, you know, there was no second thought about it. And to do what I'm talking about, you truly have to grow inside yourself. Small person has no ability to do what I'm talking about. You have to have an enormous inner strength. You have to have great gratitude. You have to be able to tap your humanity on its highest levels. There has to be joy in your heart and love and deep appreciation for the miracle of our existence. And the choices that one makes nurture other people, have compassion for other people, have love for other people, are conscious of the suffering that goes on in this world. And that we as human beings don't have to make it worse for anybody else and ourselves. That's service. Does anyone else have a question to us? Great question, Pat. I hope it's clear what I'm talking about. It's very simple and not easy to do. And I'll repeat it again. It's not easy to do because there's only one person we have to get past to do it ourselves. Not the lunatics in Washington, not the politicians, not the economics of the world, the money, the material things, ourselves. Does anyone else have a question? Okay, thank you and bless you all. And there'll be meditation on Sunday. I'm looking forward to seeing you all. God bless you and thank you for being in my life, for being here. And that question you just asked, Pat, because it also teaches me, I'm not perfect, and I'm the first to admit it. I do some bullshit things sometimes, I shouldn't do. The only difference, I learn quicker than I used to learn when I was 25 years old. And it's easy to say, I'm sorry to somebody now than it was years ago. Okay. God bless you all. Thank you. And I'm looking forward to
Thank
seeing.
you. And
Thank
God
you.
bless you.
Thank you, Stuart.